Well, following two landmark decisions out of the Supreme Court yesterday, two communities in Arkansas directly affected are reacting today.
Yeah, advocates for immigrants are cheering the ruling upholding birthright citizenship, while those on both sides of the transgender debate are reacting to the decision allowing states like Arkansas to ban transgender women and girls from female school sports teams. Bo Russell hears from some of those voices for us.
Thousands gathered outside the U.S. Supreme Court awaiting rulings on long-debated issues. The first, birthright citizenship. The court rejected President Trump's executive order that would have restricted automatic citizenship for people born inside the United States. On Monday, President Trump said he would accept whatever decision the Supreme Court reaches.
Well, I guess I have to accept it's the Supreme Court, so I'll accept. I think it's very bad for our nation.
However, after the decision was reached, President Trump reacted on Truth Social, saying that now Congress should put an end to the interpretation of the 14th Amendment, which was passed into law in 1866. The ACLU praised the High Court's decision, saying the executive order would have harmed families across the country.
This is a day of celebration for the efforts of hundreds of thousands of American families who would have been harmed by President Trump's executive order.
And immigration leaders responded in Northwest Arkansas.
The Trump administration was trying to, nullify what has been a tradition for over 125 years, which is if you're a U.S. citizen, if you're born in America, then you're automatically a U.S. citizen in the United States. And that's something that a lot of my family members, have become U.S. citizens that way because they were born here.
Irvin Camacho says the decision brings relief to immigrant families.
I think it's a huge victory. I think it helps people feel a little bit more safe because immigrants, we're being hit from so many different sides. If it's not birthright citizenship being attacked, it's DACA being attacked, all these different things, and with the ICE activity in our area as well.
The court's second major decision dealt with transgender athletes in school sports. The court ruled in favor of Idaho and West Virginia laws that ban transgender women and girls from competing on girls' and women's sports teams. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson says the court addressed both the constitutional and Title IX questions in the cases.
This is something that under that landmark piece of legislation, Title IX, states are also free to do. It's interesting the court is consolidating the two cases, answering both questions at once.
Here in Arkansas, a ban on transgender athletes participating in women's sports has been in effect since 2021. Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin's office sent a statement saying today's decision, quote, affirms the legal basis for Arkansas law, calling it, quote, a victory for girls' sports and for common sense. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders also praised the ruling.
I'm glad that the Supreme Court made the right decision. It is absolutely critical that we protect women and women in sports and giving those kids that opportunity. And so that's something we really wanted to see happen. I'm glad they made the right decision on that.
Opponents of the ban say the laws discriminate against transgender students and limit their ability to take part in school life.
Bo Russell reporting for us there. Now, the birthright citizenship ruling overturned a presidential order made by President Trump at the start of his second term, while the transgender athlete ruling doesn't require every state to now pass a ban, but it does allow states like Arkansas to keep them on the books.